Hi, everyone. It's Liza with Gatehouse Admissions with some tips on Haas's essay questions. The first one is, what makes you feel alive when you are doing it and why? And you have up to 300 words to share this. I love this essay question. Any chance you have to tell the schools about something you love doing, it's kind of just an opportunity to bring the reader into your life. And if you write it in a way that's authentic and true to you about something that inspires you, chances are pretty high that your reader is going to be inspired as well. One word of caution, really think about what else you are sharing through the rest of the application and make sure that you're not just repeating the same old thing in this essay. So if in another essay you talk about how important it is to mentor those around you as part of your job, maybe make this about something different. So we're just not hearing the same thing over and over again. But besides that, the sky's really the limit. Really dig deep and be true to yourself. And also keep in mind, whatever you share, make it clear to the schools why to Haas, why this thing that you love gives you a superpower and how that superpower has really affected who you are in your day job and in your community as well. And have fun with it. It's really a great essay prompt. And the second essay prompt is, what are your short-term and long-term career goals? And how will an MBA from Haas help you achieve those goals? Short-term career goals should be achievable within 3 to 5 years post-MBA, whereas long-term goals may span a decade or more and encompass broader professional aspirations. You have 300 words max to respond to this. By this point, you probably know, as soon as I started that essay question, when I mentioned short term, you probably realized, ding, 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 this is a career statement or goal statement essay. And you'd be right. And I really applaud Haas for giving you such clear direction. They want to understand your short and long-term goals and how it relates to the business school experience specifically at Haas. And what's not said here, but you still need to include, is how does all of this relate to where you've been? So this is where that really, that logical argument that you're building, a vision for the future, how it connects to the past, and why Haas specifically will enable you to get from where you are today to where you want to go is essential. What is also essential in responding to this essay prompt is to spend some time getting to know Haas's resources, classes, instructors, experiences. You don't need to know something special about Haas to get in, but what you do have to do is identify what resources and experiences you need and you will take advantage of to enable you to hit your short and long-term goals. Essay number 3 is as follows. One of our goals at Berkeley Haas is to develop leaders who value diversity and to create an inclusive environment in which people from different ethnicities, genders, lived experiences, and national origins feel welcomed and supported. Describe any experience or exposure you have in the area of diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, and belonging, whether through community organizations, personal, or in the workplace. Candidates seeking consideration for mission-aligned fellowships may use this space to reflect on their commitment to the mission of those fellowships. You have 300 words. Now, the editor in me has some issues with some of the grammar that I see going on in this prompt, but nevertheless, I love the topic. I think it gives you a really nice opportunity to reflect on how you have shaped the communities you've been a part of and how you have made them more welcoming, more inclusive. As with any story essay, you know what I'm going to say. Remember your trusty STAR: situation, task, actions, results. And the second R is for reflection, STARR. Really make sure that you are explaining the situation, the actions you took, but don't forget to mention the results as well as what you've learned from it. This is a great opportunity to share Haas with a glimpse of who you are as a leader as well. This is for their essay number 4, and I put it in quotes because it's actually a video essay. And here's the prompt. The Berkeley MBA program develops leaders who embody our 4 defining leadership principles. Briefly introduce yourself to the admissions committee, explain which defining leadership principle resonates most with you, and tell us how you have exemplified the principle in your personal or professional life. Now, keep in mind the thing to know about this is you definitely should do research on the four defining principles. But just so you know, as you do your research, here's what they are: question the status quo, confidence without attitude, student always, and beyond yourself. Now, I love a good video. It gives everybody an opportunity to talk directly to the admissions committee. So don't be intimidated. They just want to see you. They just want to hear you. So don't worry if it's not perfect. They recognize that you might not be a professional actor or something like that. What's important is to really answer truthfully. And I like their prompt a lot that they say, tell us how you have exemplified the principle in your personal or professional life. In other words, they don't want you to just choose something because it sounds good to you or you think that that's really important, even though you've done nothing in regard, like along the vein of that leadership principle. No, they really want to see that you have lived in, at least in some part, by one of these principles. So think about the examples that really show this. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is consider how you have responded to the other prompts, especially the one about building an inclusive, welcoming environment and the one about what you feel most alive doing. Make sure that through these essay questions, you are always showing the school something new about you. So whatever you choose here, let's make sure it's new and somewhat original compared to the topics that you've chosen in your other essays. But beyond that, just have fun with it. They just want to see you. Now, optional information essay is as follows. This section should only be used to convey relevant information not addressed elsewhere in your application. This may include explanation of employment gaps, academic aberrations, supplemental coursework, etc. You are encouraged to use bullet points where appropriate. What's great here about Haas is that it's basically being very explicit about what sort of information it wants to hear from you in the optional essay and what it doesn't. And reading between the lines, what it doesn't want to hear is some essay or something that you really want to include here just because, even though there was no other room. If something is really essential to your candidacy, it should be within the confines of the standard application. You don't want to run the risk of annoying the readers by including it here.